So you've read the title and you're probably wondering, what is this? This isn't a review. This is not a what is. This isn't a cheap games video. What are you doing? Well, this has been something I've been wanting to do for about a year now. I've just put off doing it because I've had other projects going on the channel at the time, and well, I kind of decided this would be kind of the perfect time to do it. So I'm going to be kind of talking about something that I want to talk about. Anyway, there's been the rumors going around of in about a year or two, Sony's going to be unveiling their next console, the PlayStation 5. That's most likely what they're going to call it, but we don't know yet, so. And there's been the rumors going around that it's going to be a full digital console, so digital downloads only. Now, I'm not against the idea of a full digital console, but I don't see it working out in the long run. I see it being a good short-term solution, but in the long run, I don't see it working. I'll explain why I think this towards the end. So, a positive here for it would be you don't have to go out to a store and buy your games. Like, I know people who go full digital download already for PS4 and even Xbox One. So a full digital console isn't really out of the, is sort of in the realm of possibilities and is doable. But I'm still one of those, and I know some people out there who sort of have the same belief with this as me, and we prefer physical media. We prefer going and buying our games. And this is where kind of the first negative is. PSN and Xbox Live doesn't really have a refund system. I know Steam has a refund system in place, but how much of that was put in because they wanted to, not just because the other Microsoft and Sony doesn't have this on their end, so they wanted to, because Steam has the PC marketplace on lockdown, so there's not a lot of, well, there's not a lot of reason to go get physical PC games when Steam is generally the strong service. Like, and also there's been full digital systems in the past, like the PSP Go was a download only platform, and I don't even know if Sony still has the PSP store anymore, so I don't even think that's supported. And as well as, also you could make the argument, what about streaming? A full streaming console, that'd be cool. Well, there was a streaming service a few years ago actually called OnLive, and it was a PC game. It was for PC games, and one of the reasons why it failed was that it didn't have the major third-party support that it needed. Activision and EA weren't supporting it, so you only had THQ and Square Enix were the biggest examples I could think of that were supporting the thing. So it didn't have the support that it needed to thrive. It was so, and you can't even access it anymore, from what I understand. I never used the service. I wanted to because I had interest, but I just didn't have the money at the time to actually use it. I know it was a free service to use, but you had to pay for you had to buy your games. So on it, as well as Sony now has the PlayStation Now service. Funny how that works. And it's an expensive service to use. They don't have a yearly subscription. The most you can buy is 3 months, and I believe that's $30. So you're looking at $120 a year on top of your $60, $70 a year for PlayStation Plus. So do I think the PlayStation? Do I think a full? Again, I think a full digital console is in the realm of possibilities, but this is the negatives I see for it. a lot of game stores probably won't carry the thing. Like if you go to a GameStop or EB Games here in Canada, they are reliant on used game sales. That's how they make their money. Because when you buy a game brand new, there's not a lot of money in new games. They actually, they make money on the short term with it, but in the long run, they don't. Like right away when they sell a brand new game, they only make about $4, and that's before employee wages, electricity, rent for the building, and buying and the shipping of new products for them to sell. So there isn't much money, so they don't make a lot of money in this. That's why they push the warranties, because that's pure profit for them. And used game sales, because again, that's makes them more money, and that's what keeps them in business. So if it was to be a full digital console, because these stores actually lose money on console sales, they might not even carry them. Same thing with your big retailers like your Walmarts and Best Buys, or Targets even. They might not even carry it because they can't make any extra money on it in the long run. So, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to making money. And yes, used games is a big market for a lot of game stores. Even online food gamers, when you're done physically with a game, you can take it to one of these stores, you can trade it, you can sell it to a friend, you can sell it online. Whereas when it's digital, again, like I said earlier in the video, Sony and Microsoft doesn't have any sort of refund system in place. So there really isn't a way to get your games back if you don't like it. Because again, with full digital market, there's more and more games can get out there. Like Sony on their end has some fairly crap games. So does Microsoft, but Microsoft doesn't get some of these asset flips that we've been seeing. Again, if you want kind of some examples of that, go watch Jim Sterling. As well as not too long ago, there was actually a game that was put on here that was promoted for as essentially getting a free platinum trophy in under a half hour. The game's actually been taken down. It was like, I can't remember what it was called. It was called like 5-star game of the year. Yeah, something like that. It was kind of a dumb name, and it was just a puzzle game as well on top of that. So it wasn't really anything that would have had my interest. As well as also Microsoft was actually planning on originally doing the Xbox One as a digital console. It was going to be a second model, but it was in the realm of possibility of doing a digital only console. It was dropped, I believe, because people were kind of against the idea of it. So and I see it happening, but I don't see any interest in it myself, because I like buying my games. It's physical. I like going to the store and buying them, because that's what I've done for years as a gamer. And yeah, if I had no choice but to go full digital, I probably would. But I feel that should be more my decision, as opposed to a decision forced onto me by console manufacturers. So that's about it. That's about all I have to say for this. If you have some responses and kind of want to throw kind of Yep, there's this reform. So if you want to kind of throw in your own opinion, just kind of put that in the comments below. So I should have one more video up before I leave next week. I'm not gonna make any promises because I'm gone on Wednesday, which is usually when I upload. So I'll see you guys next week, possibly. I might have a video up before then, but if not, I'll probably have 2 videos up the week after. So I'll leave you guys with the rest of the Crucible gameplay here, and I'll see you guys later. Also, you're guaranteed a free exotic in the first mission, so... it'll be the same per class. So the Hunter gets a hand cannon, the Warlock gets a submachine gun, and the Titan gets an auto rifle, which is basically a minigun.
Well, I was trying to Warlock in the first place.
It looked like they changed the Warlock jump and it's bothering me. It looks like...
it looks different, but it's actually still pretty much the same thing.
Is it just because you're still... Is everything unlocked? Because I don't... It just looks like you're slower when you're flying.
Yeah, there's only one set of upgrades that isn't unlocked, and you start out with full legendaries, so...
Zone A lost. Zone
I guess
C
I'll just have to like play it myself and see if it's still similar, because it just looked really slow to me. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to do parkour as a damn Warlock with this shit?
Well, also now you can grab ledges, so...
One after another.
Yep.
Keep it up. Victory is yours.
So...
You captured Zone B. You have advanced.
Also, each class has an extra ability that the other classes won't have. The Hunter has a dodge roll, the Titan can put up a shield, and a Warlock can put down a field that either does extra damage
By
or
a team
healing.
that fights together, stays together. Victory is all I ask. Good. Double kill.
Like, if I have the opportunity to play as all 3, I'll do that.
I've played as all 3, so I just stick to Hunter because that's what I mained in Destiny 1, so... Oh damn, I went off that game.